Today, we are going to be getting the biggest and the baddest tractor that money can possibly buy. Welcome back to the Mega Farm. I am Hugz, and this is, of course, Farming Simulator 25. So one thing about this tractor, it is not going to be cheap. No, not by any means. It is a very expensive tractor. In fact, it's the most expensive tractor in the entire game. So what are we going to do to get this thing? Well, there's a couple different sources of income that we have that are coming up here relatively soon. Let's look at it. Let's talk about it. So we have a tremendous amount of lettuce that is going to be able to be sold in January. And we've also got a ton of goat cheese, which in October, September, around about that time frame, we'll be able to sell as well for some pretty big money there. Now, I'm banking on those two products to really bring in like most of the cash here. If we can't do it with those two, we're going to have to figure out some sort of dramatic fix to get us what we're looking to, which I believe is almost $700,000. It's a lot of cheddar. Okay, let's just put it that way. So let's look at the farm. Let's see where we're at. It's just July. Things are looking pretty good. We do have a whole bunch of new fields now, which are doing very well. We've got, I believe, soybeans planted on this field over here. That one's ready to go. Over here, we've got two fields with cotton. Now, on the calendar here, cotton is going to be harvestable in October and soybeans in October as well. So when we hit that month, whoo boy, we got a lot of harvesting to do there. Yeah. Okay, that's going to be tremendous. And once we do those, that'll pretty much allow us to go right into January where we can sell our other stuff. So we've got some work ahead of us before we actually break through and get our giant tractor here. But it's going to be worthwhile. It's going to be very worthwhile because that thing is going to allow us to do so much more on the farm. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Now let's just take a quick look through on all our productions here as well while we're going through everything. Spinnery's looking pretty good. Almost out of cotton though. That's not great. Tailor shop looking pretty good too there. We have an excess of fabric, which is exactly what we want to see. And dairy, we're still a little bit low on the goat's milk. I would love to be able to bump that up so that when it comes time to sell our goat's cheese, we have a lot of goat's cheese. I mean, duh, that's just obvious, right? Our greenhouses, they're all looking pretty good as well. They could use with a little more water, but I think we can get away with at least a couple months there without having to do anything. So, all right, really, we can go ahead and just chill. I'm going to pop into our little cabin and we are going to wait a month and see where we're at next month. If we need to do anything, if we need to water anything, I'll go ahead and take care of that. But the next time we're really going to be like rocking and rolling here is going to be sell time.
One eternity later.
Okay, welcome back everybody to a stormy, cold October, but we have a lot to do this month. So this is the first month where we actually get to sell something, and that is going to be our goat cheese. But before we could do that, a couple things we got to look into. So first and foremost, our goats here, they have actually run out of grass. So we need to bring a couple bales over there for these guys. We also do need to do a goat milk pickup. Now, if we check out our sheep are actually still good. Okay, that's beautiful. But we do need to do a pickup on their wool as well. And chickens, I don't even know why we have this thing. I'm not going to put chickens in here. I should probably sell this building. That might be a smart thing to do. But let's take a look at our greenhouses. Okay, so far so good on this front. Everybody's looking good, and man, we got a lot of lettuce in there. We might be full up completely by the time lettuce selling season comes around. And for our dairy, ooh, we actually didn't run out of goat milk. That is an extremely positive sight. Up until this point, we had been running dry every month, so very happy to see that. That means that all the new goats we bought are absolutely paying off. So that's big. That is very big. Tailor shop. You know, one thing I did realize, I don't think I did a clothes sale this year. So next year, we're going to have like a double going for us. It's going to be a very big one. And our cotton, sadly, did run out in our spinnery. But we need to go and hop into the old semi here. Here we go. First thing we're going to do is go pick up our wool right over here. Nice quick little pickup here. And get in my truck. There we go. All right, so our goats are a little bit of a trip away. I've already actually done this twice. I've been doing this every single month. But I figured it would be good for you guys to see this because a lot of stuff happens off camera that you don't necessarily get to see all the time. So let's head on over to the old goat pen and pick up some goat milk. And here we are. Man, I'm like zipping around these roads like crazy with this semi. This thing is so much fun to drive. And 6,000 liters of goat's milk plus whatever's in that one that's left over. Okay, that'll have to do. That'll have to do. That's actually, I believe, exactly the same amount we picked up last month, and we had a surplus. So that's really good to see. All right, let's get over and let's drop this stuff off to our productions. All right, here we go. Coming in hot. Let's go across the little meadow here. Let's lose a little bit of speed. Oh, brake hard, Hugz. All right, in we go. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, and I didn't hit anything. Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, next stop, we got to go over to the dairy. Oh, man, and I actually forgot to bring the bales of grass for the goats. Man, that means I got to make a second trip. Really didn't want to do that. Oh, well. Let's go drop off this milk over. And am I not strapped up? Oh, I am strapped up. Okay. All right, here we go at the dairy and in with the goat's milk. Beautiful. So I think in terms of bales, how about we pull out, let's do maybe like 7 bales. I think that should probably be enough. That's quite a bit of grass, and they do have quite a lot of meadow. So they don't necessarily need tons and tons. You know what? Let me get 2 more. Let's make it an even 9. I feel like that just looks better. And no. 2, I said 2 Hugz. There we go. And oh man, why couldn't you just load up on there? All right, whatever. Let's get these guys on my truck. Oh, I'm not close enough. All right. Nothing's working out here. How about now? Surely this is close enough. Don't call me Shirley. There we go. Beautiful. Man, you know what? Actually, not how I want to do it. Let me change this and unload over there. I want to change this to not layer, but stack. Now let's load it up. There we go. I need that stuff stacked high so I could fit it inside the actual feed zone on the area. All right, off we go. Back over to our goats. All right, goats. Daddy Hugz to the rescue. Come. Wait, what? Hang on. What do you mean you got no food, no grass? Goats, hello? What black magic trickery is going on here? Hang on. Let me just maybe. Oh, and all I had to do is get close. Okay, all right. Well, that is really, really annoying. That's a ton of grass. How did that? All right, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna load everything up, and I'm gonna just reload it in there, and it actually works out that it's like the perfect number. So let's just check. Am I unloading on the correct side? Yes, I am. And boop, off you go. Okay, beautiful. Well, not as much of an emergency as I initially thought it was, but at least we got them re-upped with a whole bunch load of new grass. So I think they should be good for a pretty long time with what we got there. So next up, I need to look at the cotton and the soybean field sitch, because I would like to get those started harvesting before I start loading up any products to take to the market. So let's head on back to the farm and let's take a look and see how our growth status is doing. All right, now that we are back, we're looking at our map and let's see. Okay, here is our soybean field over here, and here's our 2 cotton fields. Man, size disparity. Hello. But this field is actually so much better. Okay, let's look at the growth statuses here, though. Okay, so we are ready to harvest on our cotton, but oh, soybeans. We are not quite there. That is quite unfortunate. Now, if we take a look here, cotton can be harvested in October and November. Okay. And soybeans can be harvested in October and November. Okay, so if I wait 1 month, I should be able to knock out both in the same month. And I'd much rather have 2 harvesters going on separate fields than to do each one and, wait a month and do another one. It's just going to take so much longer that way. So let's look at the products that we have to sell now and see where we're at with that. So I do believe it is going to be goat cheese, which is here. And yep, there we go. We need to go ahead and bring that over to, oh, look at that. Farmer's market. Of course, it's always the farmer's market. All right, let's go pick up some goat cheese. Ooh, boy, I see a whole bunch of goat cheese there, guys. All right, let me see. That's obviously not all we have. We have way more than that. But let's start loading here. And I actually don't want to do stack for this one. I want to go ahead and do layer. So I swap that over, and now we should have, yes, a nice, beautiful layer of goat cheese being stacked on there. So I need to go ahead and I probably just wait for a bunch of these to start popping out. How many layers are we going to get here? Holy cow. Okay, serious amount of goat cheese coming out here. Oh, I'm loving it. 3 layers. Can we get 3? Let's go, baby. So that's 69,000. Nice. Okay, let's head on over to the farmer's market. Let's get this stuff sold. Getting real close to the farmer's market, and this is usually where problems hit, so let's go slow. Oh, I think we're good. It seems to be a lot easier with the semi. Let's unhook here, and yeah, give me the money, baby. Oh boy, 235,000 plus almost $20,000 in environmental score. We're at 379. Oh boy, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We are obviously more than halfway, but we still are going to have to rent our cotton harvester for next month. And other than that, I don't think there's any other overhead that we have to consider. So we're in a pretty good position here. I believe the cotton harvester is 44,000, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's probably the nut we got to crack, which obviously we have in the bank. So, okay, I am going to essentially chill. We're going to just rest for a month, and then we should be ready to start our whole harvesting process.
2,000 years later.
All right, harvesting month is now upon us. We are in November, so that should mean that our cotton and our soybeans are both ready to go. If we take a look at Yieldy map, oh yeah, that's what I love to see. Some nice, beautiful orange colors on the map. That means we're ready to go. And I'm very, very excited to see what we get out of this one field right here. So we have the boosted expected yield potentials on these guys. When we harvested this field with the soybean, even though it's bigger, we got 50,000 liters out of it. So at the end of our harvesting session here, if we get anywhere close to 50,000 liters or more, that's good. That's real good. It means we made a great decision doing what we did over there. But let's go ahead and pop on over to our other farm. We have to go ahead and get the harvester ready to go over there, and that started. And then we're going to go ahead and lease our cotton harvester as well. So let's pop over there. Ooh, boy. One thing I did not consider, guys. I have to get this harvester over to our soybean field. This header is ginormous. Oh man, this is going to be an issue. I may have to go and buy a header trailer. I'm going to try and squeeze it through, see what we can do here. But if I can't squeeze it, then yeah, we're in trouble. First real obstacle here, and I think if I go through backwards, I may have a shot here. Oh, and there goes a stop sign. Okay. Oh, the pole I can't knock over. Man, I was banking on being able to knock over the pole. Okay. I feel like there's a way to do this. What if I turn here? And come on, baby, let's go. Okay, this is not working. This is not working at all. Oh man, that really stinks. All right, now I got to try and get out of this situation that I've managed to get myself into. There. Okay, beautiful. Let's drop this guy here. We're going to have to head over to the shop and buy ourselves a header trailer, unfortunately. All right, Yieldy shop here, and I'm not excited to be... Well, who am I kidding? Of course I'm excited to be at Yieldy shop. Let's go ahead and park right here, and I still have a dolly? Man, I didn't realize I had that still. Well, I guess I'll keep that around just in case I do need it. Now, let's hop in here, and let's go in here because I do need to go to this. So this is the HD45X. Okay, let's go ahead and find that header in the menu, and then we should be able to find the trailer from there. All right, here's the 45X. So if we go to combinations, there we go, the 60-45. Really, it's almost 20,000 for this thing? Jeez Louise, man, that is insane. But I think we're at the point where we may need to move this guy around a little bit, so it's worth owning this now. Let's just get it. All right, enough hemming and hawing, Hugz. We got ourselves our header trailer now. Let's go ahead and hook up, and I gotta go back. What? Hello? Why can't I get in? In? Why can't I get in my frickin' thing? There we go. All right, now I gotta go back, and I gotta pick up my header. Oh, you know what? I just realized, guys, I don't need to go back to get my header. I could just reset it to the shop. What's wrong with me? Where is this thing? It's got to be right around here somewhere on the map. All right, header, reset, bam. Okay, now we could just pick it up right here and plop it down on the old trailer. Let's disconnect. I do believe that is the correct orientation. Well, we'll find out in a minute if it doesn't fit. If you've never used one of these header trailers, they're actually super simple to use. So you basically just get up there And oh yeah, we're right there. Drop it and it'll just bloop, snap on. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have, I just realized something, guys. I am so stupid. I could have just reset the header and picked it up here and gone onto the fields right there. I don't even need this. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to say I don't need it because I do foresee myself having to bring this header back to the farm. So without the trailer, we would never be able to do that. We just don't need it right this second. And it is kind of unnecessary to have bought right at the moment. But oh well, we did it anyway. Let's go ahead and get this guy set up on the field.
2 hours later.
All right, that is close enough. Let's go ahead and hire a worker for this. Are you taking? Yep, you're going on the field. Perfect. So now we need to go ahead and get a cotton harvester. That is what's next for us. Let's go. We need specialized harvesters right here. And this is the guy I want. And a lot of you guys, like, you put in the comments that I should just buy this, but look at the price of this thing. $863,000. Okay, I would have to lease this piece of equipment, I think 20 times before I'm even anywhere near the price of owning this thing. So it's way, in my mind, it's way easier to lease it. So actually 923, never mind, it's even more. But there we go, we got the big header, we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and lease this bad boy, 47,073 big ones. Whew, okay, we got it. Let's hop on over. Oh yeah, there she is. I missed you, big guy. Big green, I like to call it. You know, big mean green. Let's add the mean. Just makes it sound a little bit better. All right, let's get this bad boy over to our cotton field and start our whole operation going. You know, I just realized this harvester is actually going to be pulling double duty today because it has 2 fields to do instead of the normal 1. So let's go ahead and let's get her all folded up. Let's get the transformation happening. Oh boy, love this thing. This thing is a killer. Look at this thing. You know, I probably ran over like 4 or 5 people on the way here. So it truly is indeed a killer. All right, let's get you going. You're going to do your thing. Let me see. I like to see a little movement before I switch off. Yep, looks like you are okay. All right, let's swap back to this guy. We are already halfway full on our grain tank. So let's swap over to one of our tractors now. And I want the heavy duty tractor, not you. You are not the one. You're the one. The 435 T8. Okay, beautiful. Now, oh wait, hang on. I could do this. No, actually, I don't need my semi. Not yet, not yet. Let's go pick up our auger wagon and let's head that on over to the field with the soybeans and we'll get this guy stationed over there. All right, we made it over to the field with our auger wagon and perfect timing because I did get the notification that, yep, we've got a full tank over here. All right, let's do our first pickup and look, there's our actual, there's our silo right there. That's pretty cool. So now we can actually load into this guy and not have to carry our soybeans all the way across the world. And that should be much, much easier. So, all right, here we go. Let's do it, baby. This is going to be our first time harvesting our soybeans on this field. Very, very exciting.
The city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race. What's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. 'Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cool night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life. Tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name, and all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life. Oh Lord, you can keep your 9 to 5.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the fields are completed. I know you didn't get to see much of the cotton harvesting, but it happened. It was just, you know, it was normal. Nothing out of the ordinary there, but you did get to see a little bit of the soybean action, so that's nice. So right now, we do have lots and lots of cotton bales on the field. So before we do any accounting, before we look at what we brought in on the soybean side of things or any of that, I need to go through and I need to collect all of these bales. And actually, before I even do that, I need to go in here and return this guy. We do not need the harvester anymore for the cotton, so we are going to return this. And boy, oh boy, that's one you don't want to forget right there. Okay, that would be an absolute disaster if you forgot that one. But let's go through and let's pick up all these bales right here. It'll be interesting to see how much cotton we got. Now, I can tell you, I feel like the far field over that way has more cotton bales on it. I don't know why, just anecdotal. I haven't like counted them up or anything, but it does feel like there's more over there. So let's go into bale collection mode here. I'm going to go around. I'm going to collect all the bales. I'm going to get them stuffed into the spinnery over there. And then we'll take a look and we'll see exactly what we got for cotton. We'll see exactly what we got for soybeans. And we'll take a look. I'm very interested to see, is the soybean haul better or worse than when we were just doing the one field off to the right over there? So all questions that I want answers to, and we're gonna get to the truth right now, baby. Let's do it. All right, just bringing in the last little load of cotton here. It took about 3 trips in total to gather everything up, and that's 5 bales per trip. So 15 bales in total, roundabouts. Let's just get this in here. It takes a second to get sucked in. And let's see, let's check our cotton totals first, and let's see how we did there. So spinnery, 150,000 liters of cotton. That seems really, really good. Okay, I'm very happy with that, actually. Cotton, woohoo! We did it. We got lots and lots of cotton. Now, let's go check our soybean totals. Ooh, baby, we made an extra 10,000 soybeans off a smaller field. Oh, man, that extra yield, estimated yield, that it gives, that's even better. Oh, boy, that feels really, really good. Soybeans, you can make a killing off soybeans if you get a lot. So that's really, really nice that we're making that. Man, I'm stuck. Come on, truck. Let's go here. I'm trying to sound smart. All right, there we go. We're out. So yeah, we can make a killing off soybeans as long as we keep maintaining that field. Now, we essentially are at the point where all of our work is done for the next couple months. All I have to do is just maintain what we have going. I got to maintain our sheep. I got to maintain our goats until we get to lettuce selling season, which, let's take a look. I want to make sure I don't get this wrong here. Our lettuce selling season is going to be January, but actually around February. February, for whatever reason, even though it says this, nope, it's actually the best time to sell. So we have 3 months to go before we could do that. So yeah, it's just going to be like Bailey. No, not Bailey. It's going to be daily farm maintenance until then. And then we can go ahead and sell our lettuce. And hopefully that makes us, geez, man, I think we're going to need like 500,000 of lettuce. Do we have $500,000 of lettuce sitting around? Yikes, that's a lot of lettuce. Oh, okay, well, I guess we'll find out in a couple months. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a little hibernation here for the winter, and I will see you guys back in a couple months.
2,000 years later.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are in February. It is time to sell some lettuce. And I actually had to move some lettuce out of the greenhouses last month because we were going to fill the greenhouses completely where we had no more room to produce. So before that happened, I grabbed a bunch and I just stuffed it into one of my storage sheds. So we have even more lettuce than what is going to be popping out of the greenhouse here. And I have a feeling it's going to be quite a few trips for us to bake. And you know what? Let's do this. I need to look at where I almost know it's going to be the farmer's market. And yeah, it's the farmer's market. Okay, I should have just known, right? But we do have a ton of lettuce. Let's go start picking this stuff up. I think if I have to guess, I'm just going to put it out there. I think we're probably going to have to make, maybe 4 trips with our semi here to sell all this lettuce. I don't think there's any way we're getting around that many trips, but I could be wrong. We'll just find out here in a minute. So I'm going to start loading this stuff up. We've got so much to go. It's probably going to take me a little while, but once we start making trips to sell this stuff, I will show you guys the price in the top right hand corner and we'll see how much money we can make, man. Hopefully it's enough that we can afford our fancy new tractor that basically this whole episode was wrapped around, even though we did so much other stuff. So, all right, I'm going to start picking up lettuce. No time to waste here. All right, we've got one full load of lettuce here. We can carry 128,000 liters of lettuce in a full truck. That's crazy, man. That is so much lettuce, and I'm taking the shortcut too. This might get a little bit hairy here. Oh, okay. I got to be super duper careful because I feel like I could tip this truck so easily if I just turn the wrong way. Hopefully we get over there. There's the farmer's market. As long as we can get there, we could sell this stuff and we'll be okay. But yeah, I'm still sticking to the 4 trips. I think it's going to take about maybe 3, maybe 4 trips. We'll see when we get there. But farmer's market in sight, target acquired. Let's go sell some lettuce. Oh my God! Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, after selling all of our lettuce, holy cow, look at that, $913,911 bucks. That is so much money in lettuce. I don't know exactly what the total is, but I feel like it had to be 650,000 somewhere about. I mean, we were getting 27, 28,000 environmental score bonuses. That is ridiculous amount of money. Absolutely. And as an added benefit, yeah, we can go ahead and buy the tractor of our dreams. So I don't want to waste any time, man. We got to zip over to the shop. Okay, I'm going to save it till we get there, but I want to try and do something and let's just see how it works out. Let me get over to the shop first. All right, ye olde machine shop, here we are. And so here's the deal, guys. Since we are getting a new tractor, I don't necessarily think that we need 3 tractors sitting around the farm. So we're going to be saying goodbye to the T8040. That's right, the older model of the Terminator must go. We have improved technology. We have more faster and stronger things. So we're going to sell this guy, and I'm hoping that with this, oh no, it won't. Man, I was hoping it would put us over $1 million. I almost don't want to sell it now. Well, we're going to sell it anyway. You know what? Let me see. A repair would cost $6,000. Would it really be worth it though? You know what? Let's repair it and let's see if that bumps up the price. Not really. Not really. We're kind of breaking even there. All right. Unfortunate, but it's time to say goodbye to the New Holland T8040. You've been a very good tractor to us, I will say. Very, very good tractor, but sadly, you must go. All right, goodbye, T8040. I will miss you forever and always, or at least for the next couple seconds. All right, let's go over to the shop entrance because we have something big and strong and powerful to buy. All right, baby, here we go. The biggest and the baddest of the tractors that is available to us. That's going to be, of course, the John Deere 9RX series, and we are going to try and really pimp this thing out. $44,000 to get the most powerful engine. That puts us at 913 horsepower, almost 1,000 horsepower. That is insane. What can we do in terms of crawler tracks here? Okay, there's a lot. Oh boy, there's so many options. All right. I don't know if I need all that crazy stuff with that, So I'm going to leave that be for now, at least, until we find some reason to need that in the future. I will go with the front weight. I think I'll also go with the additional 1,464 kilograms of weight. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do that as well. Power takeoff. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I don't know what it does. I'm guessing it makes us go faster from the start of I don't know exactly. And of course, we need the Isario Pro Compact as well, so it can monitor the fields as it's doing its job there. Okay, that's pretty much the most powerful tractor we can create in the game, and I'm pretty sure it's the most expensive as well, coming in at a total of $777,300 bucks. That is insane. That's an insane amount of money for a tractor. I can't believe we're spending that much. And if we were to get this guy right here, that bumps it up to 821 for another 44. Okay, we're not gonna get that crazy. All right, we're gonna go with this right here. It looks so beautiful too, doesn't it? Very aggressive, strong looking. Okay, let's just buy it. Let's do it. Oh, that's so much money to spend. Okay, I don't care. We're doing it. Okay, it's now ours. We now own this beautiful tractor right. Oh man, it looks glorious, silhouetted behind the sunset. Okay, that's amazing. Let me go from this side though and see what it looks all lit up. Oh, so green, so powerful, so bright. Let's get inside. We need to do a cab tour real quick. I'm expecting this to be glorious. Cup holder to the rear. I don't know about that. We got co-pilot seat, check. All the usual things. Let's go ahead and turn it on though. Oh, we got a screen up here that turns on. Oh, we got multiple screens. We got 1, 2, 3 screens. That's pretty amazing. I'm guessing a GPS. This tracks all of our power and whatnot. And this is our radio. Yeah, that's our radio. Okay, cool. We got a big screen radio. I'm liking that. Now let's go ahead and, oh yeah, it feels so good too. I like how it articulates. It's got that like little back section that just kind of trails. You could probably cut this thing in half and it would still be a beast of a tractor. But anyway, let's get this thing back to the farm, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we have done it. We've basically spent a small fortune on this tractor behind us. And look how big it looks compared to me. Me and my tiny, puny little body. This tractor is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad we have it. I can't wait to actually use it to do some field work now. That's going to be super exciting just to feel the raw power between our legs. It's going to be awesome. But guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, you know what to do. Drop a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already with notifications turned on. It's absolutely free, so why not? But as always, have yourself a beautiful day out there, everybody. And I will see each and every one of you on the next one.